you turned a robbery into a murder. And on that day, when you stood there and fired that weapon, you didn't just end one life. You effectively ended 5 lives, including your own. You will spend the rest of your life in prison. From here, you will go and be placed in a cell. You'll spend every hour and every day and every week and every year of your life in that cell. And one day, they'll come and open up that cell in the morning and you'll have passed on. And only on that day will you have served your sentence.
X's murder trial is finally over, and I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of a bittersweet moment cause in one hand, X finally got justice, and them dudes ain't gonna never see the light of day again. No parole, no getting out early on good behavior, no getting out early on time served, they're not getting nothing, and I'm just glad that they will never see the light of day again. But the only thing that won't change in this whole situation is X coming back, and for some days as an X fan, that's really hard to accept sometimes. He had his whole life ahead of him, so much unknown potential in the future, and based on the trajectory he was headed on, it seemed like that he was changing his life around, just for all of it to come to a sudden tragic end. And for what, only $50,000? That's the thing that really pisses me off the most. To them 4 dudes that was involved, X's life meant $50,000. And what makes this worse is that each of them only got $15K except the fat dude who only got $5K, which it did I guess worked out in his favor cause he ended up testifying on him, and he's gonna be the only guy not being sentenced to life. But this whole murder case just shows you that these guys' mindsets never got past the hood, and to them they really thought that this was a come up that was gonna last them a lifetime, even though to a normal person that murder was retarded as hell. It was done in broad daylight with hella cameras being out, and these idiots killed a public figure that was super popular. So I'm looking back at this case and I'm thinking like, did they really think they was gonna get away with this murder? They knew X was a popular person cause they spotted him instantly when they seen him walked in the store. So what made them think that by killing him that this whole situation wasn't gonna get even worse? What made them think that after killing somebody and only getting $15K out of it that they was gonna be set for life or just live off the money? What was their plan? What made these dumb niggas think that this whole situation was a good idea in the first place? At least for the fat dude, Robert Allen, he smartened up and testified on him, even though I feel like the judge should have threw the key away for his fat ass too, cause they all knew what they did in this situation and they all played a part. They didn't have no guilty conscience, no remorse when X passed away. In fact, right after the whole situation, they started flexing his money. So I don't have no sympathy for none of them, and I could sleep good at night knowing that none of these dudes will never see the light of day again. Not until they're all dust particles. Well, except the fat dude, but fuck him.
I thought I was built bad, but goddamn, this nigga 5'9", weighing 300 pounds. This nigga built like Snorlax. Now,
like I said in the beginning of the video, this is a bittersweet moment for X. Yes, justice was served, but it was at the cost of somebody else losing their life, and they will never get that back. His mom Cleo will never get her son back. Us as X fans will never get the artist X back. And of course, his son Gekum will never get his father back. We will never know the outcome of X's future or what his life would have been like if he would have lived longer. We will only see him as that 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old kid who had a wild life before it and during his short music career, with him at 20 changing for the better, but never really getting a chance of having a real adult life. And for the rest of eternity and for our lives, we'll always look at X as that 20-year-old who never growed and aged with us cause his life ended so tragically. And just like the other music stars that died way too early, like Tupac, Biggie, Nipsey Hussle, Selena, Pop Smoke, Aaliyah, his death will be just as talked about as much as his music. But yeah, these are my thoughts and opinions on this video right here. I just really wanted to get my opinion off on this whole murder case and how for 5 long years this been the subject of X's name. But I'm just glad that the whole thing's over with and this generation will never recover from the death of X. I know I'm speaking out of biasness when I say this, but I really believe that X is really one of the most talented artists to ever live. And I know I keep saying this, but we really missed out on a lot of his creativity due to him passing away so early, and that's a void that we will never get to experience or see, and that really fucks with me. But I'm done rambling and I want to hear from y'all. What type of music or things you think X would be doing right now if he was still alive? Y'all be sure to comment down below. Please like the video, share, subscribe. Have a nice day.